Hi, this is Military Modeller Paul with an update on my Hetzer. The kit number is, and let's get it on the box here side, it's 35285. It's the mid version from Tamiya. Really nice kit and I'm really enjoying building it. I've actually was going to use photo etch skirts, as you're going to see in a minute, but when I bring them up you'll see I've actually thinned them out using a Dremel to get them on the back. I've used a lot of the photo etch, and I've also sort of cheated a little bit sometimes on the tool brackets. For the jack, for instance, I used the P to the top so that you see the clamps, but actually it's not there because the P parts in the kit, I had problems with them and they broke off. So I thought to myself, I can't just put one on and one plastic, so I've done the plastic. But to be honest, it looks quite nice. I've actually put the lighting cable on to a small round bit on the side, as you're going to see in a minute, to actually, so the cable runs as it should do, as per photos I've seen in the kit. Now anyway, I'm going to lift it up and bring it up to the camera so you can actually see what I've done. As you can see, it's just the whole top I've got here, and I think you can see how thin the actual side skirts are, so they're nice and thin. I did cut them. I think I had to cut them to give them separate bits, but that's okay. Also, you can see the machine guns there. Now that actually lifts off, so I'm not going to turn it up too much on its side. That's just sitting down inside there, so I can paint it all there. But it does actually turn. It's quite a nice little job there. And I've got to drill the barrel out of the gun, or did I do it? You know, I did do it already, so I don't know if you're going to see that. You might be able to anyway, but it's been drilled out. Got the mesh on the back. I used on the mid version they had a door this side, not on the other side. Got evidence of that in one of the photographs. So they're basically, this door here's got there. I used the plastic handle on there to keep it in sync with the other handles around the actual whole top, as you can see here. A lot of details on the side here. I put the crowbar on, and there's the jack in question. It looks pretty nice and and I should have really used one of these clamps on the side, but I'm quite happy with it because when it gets a bit of paint on it, you'll still see there. It's just a different colour metal, so it doesn't show up so much. But there, that's okay. Drilled out the aerial, as you can see there. Again, use this is the actual periscope for the gunner. This plate slides back and forth, so I've ripped off the plastic bits and put the photo etch ones in there, and I use the plastic march to keep things in sort of similar scale to the other bits, like the guards for the periscopes as well. So I've done that, and the other one it didn't look nice anyway, but the idea of that is as the gun moves, that would move either side to keep it in line with the actual where the vehicles can be shooting. I've put me photo etch loops on the side. They look nice. They're far better than those little blobs of plastic that were there, so I cut those off. I've actually drilled out the actual gun barrel bits on the vent, supports for lifting the gun in and out, so that was okay. I've used the photo etch blocks, which look quite nice. I didn't realise that actually instead of one big wooden block, there is actually 3 separate blocks on the Hetzer. Didn't know that, but the Tamiya kit actually gives you 1 block. They may have used 1 block at some point. The periscope for the driver, I'm going to put some glass perspex in behind there later on to show that, because there was periscopes behind those. They wasn't just a slot, so there was periscopes there. And that's really it for that. Oh, spare track. But you can see that white, that's when I actually filled it. When I cut it off, I actually filled it with the Tamiya. Oh, here, I'll show you this. This one, I call it, I actually marked it up there as extra thin, modelling thinner, fine, but it's a bit thicker now. I need to put some of that in another jar and make one bit thinner, but that's quite thick. Anyway, so you can see what I mean. I've done. I think it's looking quite nice now. And this is the lamp bracket I was told about. You've got the lamp on there. I used the photo etch bit of bracket, but then I actually put lead wire, lead fishing wire, it's a very, very fine one, through there, and used my hole punch to actually put that little round terminal block on there, ready for the cable to go into the vehicle. And that's basically as it would be on the original ones, which I've actually got photographs of. So I think you can see it's quite nice. I'm happy with it. And now I'll just show you the other bits. Now that's that bit. Put that down there. These are the tracks. You see the loop you've got there, that's for the return roller. It actually works lovely. I've actually got the rubber Tamiya grommet in there basically for actually pushing it on, and it all fits on nice and easy. But the good thing is I'll be able to spray both sides, paint the tyres, even by hand it would still be easy to do with this particular way of doing it. And then obviously we do some weathering behind the wheels on the hull itself. So if I bring this up, see what I mean, there's the hole. It actually fits on there just like that, and you have to slip it up from the top coming down, and it fits on perfectly. I'm not going to keep going on, but I've done it once to test it on both sides, and it works really well. So I think this is pretty good. You can see that's been done anyway. Done the back. I've got a photo etcher on the back. Let's see if I put that down now. Got a photo etcher on the back there for the actual cable. Going to have to make some cable for it. So, but yeah, it's quite nice. So moved on. I think I should have done another update halfway towards this, but it's like anything else at the moment. You're doing things, and with this C19 going on, and you do things and you think, well, that's it, and then you remember you should have done one. But anyway, but we're getting there. So here's a lovely kit. Periscopes, I've actually cleaned them all up, and these are the actual. This is the Commander's one. That'd be better. Yeah, Commander's one. And I've cleaned it all up, ready for spraying. And what I'll be doing is, when I've done, I'm going to get a bit of chrome Mogotov chrome pen and drop a little bit on a little stick inside there, so you get shine, the gloss, and then put a bit of this crystal clear. Oops, let's get it on the camera. Crystal clear into the hole, just a little dab, and let it settle level. So if you have it like that level, it would actually fill up, and it would look like a nice periscope lens in there. That's it. Now the exhaust has been done. And there's the exhaust. I've drilled it out and made it nice and thin, so it looks a bit more as it should do. And obviously this one doesn't come with any mesh, like some of the later version did. But anyway, so it doesn't matter. But this will be easy to do. I can actually do all my weathering on it, and this actually still fits in, even though, if I just hold this, even though, as you can see, this goes into this bit and it still fits on the hole nicely. You can actually do it afterwards, which is good. The only gluing points for this old top going on will be, and let's go carefully there, will be at the front and also at the back of the mud guards, because the mud guards, if I these bits here, just here on both sides, will fit down onto these pieces, so I should be gluing them. So when I finish painting it, I will actually clean that off, ready for the glue, and then you can weather around it and it'll be all okay. So yeah, so everything's going really nice. So where's the other periscope? This is the other one, and this is on to the this is the one that slides back and forth with that the actual bit blast plate. There it is, and as you can see, I've done the same. Now I might drill that out a little bit more to give me a bit more of a recess, which I can do quite easily because there's enough plastic there to do it. That will give me more depth to actually put a bit of chrome in, and then put a bit, drop the clear crystal clear into the top of it, and that would be okay. So there you go. So that's quite nice. And then once I've got those periscopes in place, I can actually glue the hole together, and then but I'll be doing all the painting I can, because I can actually slip this hole onto the whole bottom, do all my painting, slip it off, and then do the periscopes afterwards. These are the actual kit ones that come, and as you can see, they're pretty bland. You could paint them blue or green or anything colour, but I'm going to try and find a pair of just two clear ones. If not, I'll use some clear sheet and do it that way, because you're not going to see much of this detail inside the hole anyway. So there you go. Right, that is really about it really for this particular update. And so as you can see, I've got two sets. I might as well show you that. There is two sets, and they're pretty nice. This is the way I'm going to do all my other two Tamiya kits. I've got the T38 tank, which took part in the French campaign and through Poland, and also into started off in Russia, on Barbarossa and Russia. So that started on that, and I've also got their what's the other one? Marder 3 version, which is nice with the Russian gun on the top, and it's got the same chassis as this, so it'd be able to do exactly the same. The good thing is you can weather behind on the hole, on hole here, and then put the wheels on afterwards, so that it actually should look really nice. Anyway, so I'll put that there, and I'll put that there, and that over there. There you go. So that's the part. So I can move that down in, so you can see. I'll just turn it upside down. There you go. They're all the parts that I'll be dealing with, and thank you very much for. Oh yeah, let's move that up a bit. Thank you very much for watching. I think you can actually see how thin the plates are. Them plates are. They did come up. The old Dremel does a good job. As I said, I didn't like the actual focus. I did try to put them on, but the actual brackets wasn't strong enough for me to actually be happy to handle it as well. So the plastic ones give a good join. Right, that'd be it then. So thank you very much for watching this update. and I'll catch you on the next one. So what I'm going to be doing, I will say that, what I'm going to be doing now is putting this on top of there and spraying all of this, giving it a primer coat later today, and then that side, this kit will be put to one side again, and then my Tiger one will be coming back out, the one I'm doing, the Otto Carriers one, that'll be coming out to be carried on the grid now to finish it, and then I'll go back to this. This is a flory build, as you know, so this one is, I think it's got all the end of August, so I've got loads of time, and I'll show you the camouflage I'm going to be using on my next video, because you'll see this kit with all primed up on a short video sometime next week or the week after, and then I'll show you the actual camo I'm thinking about using. In fact, I'm not thinking about, I am going to use. So anyway, catch you on the next one, and happy modding, keep safe. The C19 virus is with us for a long time by the looks of it, so just keep safe and keep alert, as the Prime Minister said. And I don't know what the trouble with that word is, keep alert, because it is. If you see someone coughing or squealing, what's the first thing you do? You walk around them. So keeping alert is still a good one. There's so many different ones being used, but that's okay as well. So anyway, happy modelling. Catch you next time.